Module 8, Document Types. When writing a research report in a chemistry class, you'll likely be required to consult and cite the original research papers from the chemical literature. But what does that mean? Module 8 will outline the type of information that is found in different types of scholarly documents. The chemical literature can be split into three categories: the primary, secondary, and tertiary literatures. The primary literature refers to documents that disclose original results of scholarly research. These primary references are subject to a scrutinizing peer review process, wherein editors and other scholars in the field review submitted articles to determine their worthiness for publication. The primary literature includes journal articles and letters, patent literature, theses and dissertations, conference proceedings, and reports. The main SciFinder webpage allows you to refine your search by document type. If you are only interested in research reported in the primary literature, you would check off conference, dissertation, journal, letter, patent, and report. Let's take a look at the primary literature sources in more detail. A conference paper or proceeding reports on research initially presented at a professional meeting. These are typically in brief abstract form and don't describe the research in full. A dissertation or thesis is a document that discloses original research that is submitted as partial requirement for candidacy of an advanced bachelor's, master's, or doctorate degree. Dissertation research is conducted under the advisement of a professional scientist, and the final document is edited and reviewed by professionals within and without of the specific field. A journal article is a scholarly, peer-reviewed article that is published in a periodic journal catered to a technically specialized audience. Journal articles describe the significance of the research, past research in the field, the experimental methods and results, and a discussion of the results. Most of your primary literature documents will be journal articles. A letter is merely a short journal article. A patent reports all of the information regarding a tangible invention. This information is available for public viewing and citation. However, the inventor is granted a set of exclusive rights that don't allow for others to profit from the invention. Patents are often difficult to read due to the technical and legal jargon. However, they are important because the research disclosed under current patents has not been reported in any other venue. And lastly, a report is a journal article with extensive information. The secondary literature refers to documents that review or compile data from the primary literature. These secondary references may or may not be peer-reviewed and include anything from databases to review articles and magazines. The tertiary literature consists of encyclopedia articles and other reference books. Just because they don't report original research doesn't mean that the secondary and tertiary literature documents are not useful. They can provide comprehensive information on a particular topic and their associated primary references. For example, if you were writing a research report on the Claisen condensation and you found a whole book on that particular reaction, all of the references would be cited right there in the book, and you would have a whole list of relevant primary articles right at your fingertips. So if you were only interested in finding secondary literature sources, you would check off biography, book, commentary, editorial, historical, preprint, and review. Let's take a look at the secondary literature sources in more detail. We all know what a biography is. A biography is unlikely to come up as a reference on the SciFinder database, but if it does, it would contain critical background information on a particular scientist. A book, also known as a monograph, reports research over a particular period of time and is directed towards a more general audience. Books are likely to contain a wealth of background detail, including historical timelines, significance, and political context, and will certainly cover the key scientists and research findings in that field. Commentaries and editorials found within journals are short, informal pieces critiquing or commenting on events, reports, or issues. Like biographies, historical documents are unlikely to arise as references in SciFinder, but if they do, they could disclose the global impact of a scientific concept, molecule, or reaction on history. A preprint is an informal pre-publication of results that is not peer-reviewed. These are typically in brief abstract form and do not describe the research in full. Lastly, a review article is a peer-reviewed article published in a scholarly journal that provides a comprehensive overview of the research on a particular topic during a particular period of time for a scientific audience. Review articles are written by authors who did not personally conduct all the research. They are excellent depots of historical information, scientific significance, key results, and overall progression of research in a field. You have just completed Module 8, wherein you learned about the types of literature documents that will be helpful in completing your research report. Continue on to Module 9 to briefly learn about the specific chemistry journals and their abbreviations.